Well, there it is, folks. This is the KLD JCM 25 kit, fully assembled for all practical purposes. I think it came out pretty good. We're going to have to wait. KLD has the missing capacitor on the way. So, as you can see, there are no tubes in it. We are not ready to fire. But, we'll go ahead and flip it over. Take a look. Got my handy little block of wood to support the output transformer. Go ahead and get an angle in on this board so we can really take a look at how everything came out in a little greater detail. Excuse the focusing. So, I know there's going to be those of you out there that have built amps before and have built kits before that will probably have something to say in regard to how I did things, how I have my wiring going. This is my first build. This is my first kit. I'm sure there's plenty that I could have done differently. Yeah, but as we can see, I mean, came out relatively uncluttered. There's a little stuff in this area. I had a hard time with a few things as far as routing my wires, making space. I still had to be cognizant of this area here because that is where the 47 microfarad 450 volt capacitor is going to still have to be wired in. So I had to leave enough leeway there to be able to get my basic wiring done, and still have room to be able to get stuff out of the way. Now I know some people will say, well, why didn't you wait? Why didn't you wait until you got the capacitor to start or finish or move forward or do this wiring? The long and the short of it is for me personally, I have limited time and bench space. There are other projects waiting in the wings, and I don't know when the capacitor is going to arrive. So rather than have a bunch of components on my bench that could potentially be lost or damaged, I went ahead and elected just to power through it, get her done as best I could, and then we'll have to make do with wiring in the capacitor on the back end. So that's a pretty good look at the eyelet board. We can definitely see the power transformer wiring. It's not the transformer that they show in their drawings. I had to extend leads. These leads here, which are 6.3 volt, 3 amp leads coming out of the power transformer, they had to be extended. They weren't long enough. They were pre-tinned, cut and tinned from the factory, and so yeah, I had to make do. Not to mention the fact that there are some markings on my schematic that correspond with that transformer, the transformer that was in the photos, in the drawings. This is not that. I had to make my best guess based on the actual schematic and what I saw in front of me to kind of not guess, but to make a decision on what I thought made sense. And so that's what's been done. Output transformer. This particular kit has a 4, 8, and a 16 ohm speaker out with a DI connection. And so that's what we see. That's what we see here. If I get a little better light on it. So we've got our 4, 8, 16, the direct out. It actually has a power cut, an attenuation switch that's here. That is a half power, a pentode triode, I believe is how they label it. Then the main power AC input. So this little kit actually has plenty of features for anybody. Dual high and low inputs, individual output jacks for your specific speaker setup, a direct out to go into the board or into your interface or whatever you happen to be using. So pretty well thought out. I really do appreciate KLD and their ability to really think about this for the budget conscious artists or hobbyists, just enthusiasts that wants a cool kit that can kind of just be an all-around thing. I think at 25 watts, if I've done things correctly, this should push a single 12 or a pair of 12s, a pair of 10s, whatever you have, pretty well. This is easily a jammable live rig. If you go ahead and go to a venue that has a house system and mic this through a 2x12 cabinet, I think you'd get great sound. And then clearly for recording and for practice purposes at the house or at the studio, 25 watts is almost too much. Well, that's going to be all for now. We're really just waiting for that capacitor, and then we could really give it the whole show. See if it doesn't fire right up, or if we get a nice show of magic smoke, or what we're gonna get. So thanks everybody. I hope you stay tuned. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna hopefully put links down so you guys can check this kit out. It's available on eBay. It's pretty easy to find if you want to find this chassis, this kit. KLD's website is a good website. It's pretty modern, nice website. So we'll be back soon. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.